Hello, gorgeous. You're listening to the Girlfriend's Guide to Starting Over. On this podcast, we talk about everything from dating and relationships to personal development. We also speak very candidly about the F word, and by that, I mean failure. So grab a pen, tag a friend, and let's talk about it. All of it. Undergoing, overcoming, and simply trying to make it through. Hello, gorgeous, and welcome back to the Girlfriend's Guide. If you don't know, I'm your host, Kayla, and I am so excited that you are here. Today is Monday, and on Mondays, we do this really cool segment called Riddle Me This, and that's when I ask a compelling question to challenge or change you. Now, if you've been rocking with me, you'll know that this month we have been talking all about overcoming people pleasing. And last week, I polled my audience, and I was shocked to find that there is a large amount of people who don't recognize that they're people pleasers or they aren't sure. So I pulled together a list of questions for you to ask yourself to help you make the determination, because it is so important. If you don't identify that there's a problem, there is no way to fix it. So grab a pen and tag a friend, because these questions are super important, okay? And this may be an episode that you want to listen to more than once. I'm going to read through the questions and I'm not going to elaborate because I don't want to plant anything for you. These are some questions that I will go over in the mini mind. So if you're interested in going over them more in depth, check in the show notes. I'm going to drop the link to the mini mind. You're not going to want to miss it. It's 3 days, super flexible, and I feel like you're going to get a lot of value from it, okay? So question number 1 to help you determine, and these are things you could actually journal on, or I love a good audio journal, okay? Like when I am using the voice notes tab on my iPhone. I don't know if Samsung has one, sorry guys, but audio journals are so good because sometimes you just need to talk through it, okay? Question number 1, do I often say yes when I want to say no? Question number 2, am I afraid of disappointing others, and why? Number 3, do I prioritize others' needs over my own? You may need to sit with that one. Number 4, how often do I seek approval or validation from others? Number 5, do I avoid expressing my true feelings or opinions to avoid conflict? And the conflict can be good or bad. Not all conflict is good, or not all conflict is bad, but do you do that? Do you do that? Number 6, have I sacrificed my own goals or values to make others happy? Number 7, do I feel responsible for others' emotions or well-being? And I'm not talking about your kids here, because at some level we are responsible for our children, but I'm talking about in this instance, spouses, coworkers, friends, mothers, fathers. Are you sacrificing your own goals to make them happy? Number 7, do I feel responsible for others' emotions or well-being? And I feel like I read that one twice. So number 8, what happens when I prioritize my needs over others? What feelings come up for you? Is there guilt? Is there anger? Is there resentment? Is there burnout? What comes up when that happens? Number 9, do I set boundaries with others? And if not, why? Why are you failing to set the boundary? Are you afraid that you're going to be abandoned, rejected, that the other person is going to be angry or disappointed? If you're not doing it, I need to know why. Number 10, have I ever felt resentment or burnout due to my people-pleasing behavior? And this one may be difficult if you don't recognize that your behavior is people-pleasing. But if you do, have you ever felt resentment or burnout because of it? Taking on more tasks than you can actually afford to have at the moment. Saying yes when you want to say no. Laughing at a joke that's not funny. Any of those behaviors, okay? Number 11, do I fear rejection if I don't meet others' expectations? Ooh, that one's hard. Number 12, do I communicate my needs and boundaries in an effective manner? So when you say these needs, when you express these boundaries, do people comply? Do they cooperate? Or are they like, girl, whatever? Number 13, have I lost touch with my own desires and preferences? Have I lost touch with my own desires and preferences? What's your favorite food? What radio station do you like? What kind of stuff do you want to watch on TV? What's your favorite color? Or are you so used to doing whatever your kids, your spouse, your friends, your mom wants to do that you don't even know anymore? I've been there. If you feel that way, there's no shade. I've totally been there. Number 14, how do I feel about saying no? And what beliefs do I have surrounding it? So do you feel like saying no makes you a bad person? Do you feel like saying no makes you not loyal? That's something to consider. And the last question is, do I seek external validation as a measure of my self-worth? So can you stand on business? Like, do you feel like you are an incredible person, a loyal friend, a great mom, a wonderful wife, girlfriend, spouse, regardless of the fact whether or not someone is validating you for it? Or do you feel like you need someone to be like, good job. Yeah, I knew you would agree with me. You so loyal. You so true. So I know that was a lot of questions. I know it was overload for a Monday morning. So chew on this throughout the week. I'll be back on Thursday. But I want you to consider those questions. I'm trying to help you self-identify because, like I said, I had no idea I was a people pleaser. But once these things were brought to life, I was like, oh my gosh. And when you recognize that you are your problem, you're in a good position because that means you are your solution. I love you. I want the best for you. As always, if you have questions, reach out to me on social. We could definitely hash it out in the DMs. I'll be back on Thursday. I love you. We'll talk soon. Bye.